They say, we're just supposed to act normal. Nothing going on over here. Meanwhile, the US Senate is being issued satellite phones for emergency, man-made emergencies. They want these satellite phones on them at all times, especially during traveling. Lots of preppers saying this is it, DEFCON levels, nuclear warnings. But let's talk about what's really going on. Important information coming right up. If you guys happen to be brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we go over news that may affect you. If you find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay, so the elephant in the room in the news these days, you may have heard, is by CBS News, senators issued satellite phones offered by demonstrations on upgrading security devices. And like I said, this report has got some people rattled, and you have some people saying some other things, and we're going to go over that. Oh, and we'll also go over what I think's going on. But before we get to the good stuff, this is how they put it out there. Amid growing concerns of security risks to members of Congress, more than 50 senators have been issued satellite phones for emergency communication. People familiar with the measures told CBS News the devices are part of a series of new security measures being offered to senators by the Senate Sergeant of Arms who took over shortly after the assault on the US Capitol on January 6th of 2021. And most of us are like, okay, they've got a great working cell phone, probably the latest iPhone out there that cost $1,500, $2,000 maybe, and all of a sudden they need a clunky satellite phone so they can have an external means of communication outside of their cellular device, which is cutting edge. A little bit more on this. The satellite phone technology has been offered to all 100 senators. CBS News has learned at least 50 of them have accepted the phones, which Senate administration staff recommended senators keep in close proximity during their travels. Now, like I said, some of the hardcore doom and gloom stations are saying this is it. This is the nuclear attack. They're going to be able to communicate and make very important decision making, while the rest of us probably can't communicate at all. So the question is this the time to make sure you have a shortwave radio? Let me know down in the comments below if that's what you're thinking, because they're saying that they're being deployed to ensure redundant and secure means of communication during a disruptive event. And like I said, most preppers are out there are saying yet again, they're warning us. They're putting it right in front of our face. Wake up, because this is a red flag. Department of Homeland Security advisor said satellite phones are a tool for responding to and coordinating government services in the case of a man-made or natural disaster that wipes out communication. Is that what's going to happen? Are communications going to be wiped out? End times are imminent. But then again, they're telling us, and some of us believe whatever they tell us, it's the opposite. Now, I don't know if you are aware, but I've done some deep backwoods stuff where I've had a satellite phone. And if you guys don't know, satellite phones are expensive, crazy expensive, and the service is expensive. And again, you know who's paying for that. We are. But really, how does this make you feel? All senators being offered emergency satellite phones for if the grid goes down, so that they have communication when the rest of us don't. Another theory. Some people are saying that it's because our technology, our cell phones that we have every single day, well, it's a spy device from whether it's this party or that party. But you no longer have the security like you used to. This is all at the same time as photos show Kim Jong-un and his daughter inspecting military spy satellite. This is at a time of major spy technology. We've already had the so-called spy balloons up there. We don't know what they've done. We've got Kim Jong-un getting excited about some spy technology. So that's another theory. Let me know down in the comments if you think it's this one, that their cell phones are just no longer safe to communicate on in crazy important situations like our complete grid goes down. All the important decision making, the military moves needs to be communicated, not infiltrated. And well, if the grid goes down and all of our cell phones don't work, they will still be able to communicate. Now, I definitely have a tip for you guys here in just a second, but I want you guys to let me know what you think's going on. This is definitely concerning. I'm not the guy that's gonna try to predict any kind of major event like some of these other guys have been predicting that the end of the world's tomorrow for the last 4 years, but I can definitely say this type of thing should be alarming to a lot of people. It definitely should open some eyes of some people out there, if they're paying attention, that blackouts and major widespread communications and grid going down could be a very real possibility. It's that, or all the new tech has been infiltrated and they can't communicate on it with that type of high-level clearance type military decisions in the case of a major event like that. Like I said, I've got some advice here in a second. You guys might be wondering, well, what am I thinking? I guess with all of the research that I've done, I look up a lot of things. Alarming? Yes. I would lean towards more of major cyber attacks, sistered up with the new technology just being infiltrated by spyware. Honestly, I think that most of our cell phones easily be used as a spy device for one reason or another. I definitely think that the technology's there. Do I think that there's some craziness going on with China, the big R country, and Ukraine? I would say that is all definitely amping up. Not the type to predict any major event on that, but I would imagine something's gonna happen eventually. What would I do if I were you with this type of information? Well, if you've had a shortwave radio for communication in case the grid goes down on your checklist, now's the time to make the move on picking something like that up. If you guys have any good recommendations, I don't have a specific one that I'm going to recommend, but down in the comments, many people will list a really good one that they like to use. I did a community post a while back. Lots of great units were listed down underneath that community post. Everyone should be thinking about emergency preparedness and being prepared in case the grid does go down. If you don't have communication, always smart to talk to your family about rally points, where to meet up, how you're going to try to communicate, where you might go, meet up. In the case of an emergency like that, it's better to plan and be ready than when SHTF happens, be scrambling and not know what to do. Like I said, definitely an alarming event that should have us keeping both eyes wide open because it seems pretty bizarre, and in times of everything getting worse and worse, could be a sign for sure. Be sure to share this video out, hit the like if you found it valuable, get the word out. Not everyone watches mainstream news. And if you guys want to know just how unsafe products are out there in the big box stores, watch this video right up here. And if you guys want to know what's getting put into our meat, watch this video right up here. And as I know more, I will definitely keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.